So it's Monday morning and Saturday coming up is move day. So I got to do a lot of stuff. I got to remove the sink, the countertop, the cabinets. Nothing's really screwed down or fastened any kind of way. And get David's temporary air conditioner out of here. I probably should remove that globe so it doesn't fall. And I have to remove the AC, which is kind of heavy. I remove the ladder. And I have to unbolt the bathroom and take it separately. I need to move it first because once we get the teeny house into position, there's not gonna be a whole lot of room between where the bathroom needs to go in the wood. So I'm gonna get the bathroom maybe tomorrow, the next day. I have to remove this door and the door frame. And remove the paneling from this wall and maybe that one of these sheets of corrugated, maybe not, it's hard to tell. And then outside, I've already removed the mechanical box and it's already at the country where this thing's going. So I guess we need to start. I guess the most important thing is to get the bathroom off. I don't want to get the bathroom off until I get the air conditioner out because that's where I lean my ladder. So let me unscrew all the trim from the inside and grab it and drag it down. So I have managed to booger up the screw head, getting the screw out, which means I can't get the screw out. So I took a scrap, drilled a hole with this hole saw, plug saw, whatever it is. Try to now the whole plug saw is stuck in there. I think I hooked the I think the screw is not driven straight, and I'm into the screw. So I know I have to take off this piece of sheet metal and all this 3/8 plywood. This is just barely nailed on there with a nail here and there. That's got to come off. I can't remember if this piece has to come off or not. I don't think it does. Anyway, let's get this stuff off. Now, I don't physically have to take the sink off to move, but the sink and the top are quite heavy, and I've never fastened them down. So I'm going to take them off. You see this little space here? This space is for the tile backsplash, and this one ended up tight. So I'm going to have to, while I have all this apart, I'm going to have to rebend that length to give me some room to get some tiles behind here. I'm going to take the doors off too, because that's easy enough. There's no sense in them flopping around on the road. And take this extra weight out of here. This thing's going to be heavy enough as it is. So I'm back under the bathroom again, and I have strapped up my PEX tubing with some fancy nylon straps, because that's what I had. And I have cut the PEX here to separate the bathroom from the trailer, and I color coded them with the blue tape. And I've undone my 3 wires from 120 volt power, and I color coded them with these little ties. I get yellow, red, and white. So when we get there, it shouldn't be that hard to put them back together. And now, when I took this thing off the first time, it was kind of tippy, and that was okay because I just put it straight on the ground and picked it straight back up. But this time, I've got to drag it up a slope of one of these little trailers. So I think I'm going to bolt a 2x12 flat here and there and have it stick out as far as I can. It can only stick out to here this ways, but I could stick it out a couple of 3 feet in the back, and I think that will make it easier to slide around and make it a little safer, keep it from tipping over on me. And I got plenty of 2x12, so that's no big deal. So let me coil these wires up and then get out and find a couple matching boards and get them up under here. So I got I think it's a 2x10 up underneath my temporary 4x4s, and I just got up on the block, then a block and some 2x4s, and the 2x4s and 4x4, and I got it close enough where I could put the clamps on it, pull it up tight, so now I can pull all that junk out, and I guess just put some lag screws in that. I don't know, it would be nice if it was something a little stronger than a lag screw, but we'll start out with lag screws. Those will be easy enough. So I went with 3 lag screws front and back, and remembering this 4x4 was a 4x8 that I ripped in half, and it is super strong, super dense, so I don't think they'll come out, and I don't think they'll break. So this side's done. It's an 8-foot 2x10. I'm gonna go put one on the other side. Conflicting sheet metal is off the roof. The come-alongs are on. Big jack's in the middle. I got a little emergency stack of dunnage right here, so if it does fall, it can only fall an inch or two. And now I'm going to go into there and undo those 4 bolts. And lastly, I'll go inside and undo the 2 bolts that bolt the top plate. And then we're going to start coming down with this rascal. Okay, I got the 2 upper bolts backed out. I don't believe they're in there that long. And the 4 bottom bolts are out. So the only thing holding up the bathroom right now is skin friction, the big jack, and the 2 cable come-alongs. We should be able to lower it down right now. I'm gonna have to take out these 2 wheel well coverings because I think the tires are probably rubbed on them. So they're screwed from the bottom right now. I don't have any screws from the top. And they're gonna be kind of hard to get to. I hope I don't mess up the screws like I did on the bathroom door. It'd be a real pain. But we're gonna lay under there. And it's cool this morning, so the mosquitoes are at bay. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought. I only had 2 screws holding them from the bottom. Of course, they're resting on the cleat. I didn't have any fasteners, so that's done. All right, I'm ready to get the trailer off the blocks. I got 3 jacks on this side with a lot of screw exposed. So I'll pick it up a tad, move the hard blocks, and lower it. And I may have to do that twice. I'm not sure how far down it's going to come, but let's get after it. I think this one's already loose. Yeah. Okay, this one is loose, but I can't get the jack out. There we go.
Did that question get recorded?
Okay, this side is on the tires, pretty uneventful. That tire looks a little low, but that's not surprising. My goal today is just to pull the trailer up to that grassy area so I can get the little trailer and get the bathroom. That's my goal. So I got to get it on the tires, which is halfway done. So the trailer pulls really good going about 3 miles an hour. We'll see how it does on the highway. And the bathroom is sitting here all by itself. So I'm going to go get my neighbor's little trailer with a ramp and get it back here some kind of way and get the bathroom on the trailer and bring it to the country tomorrow. Shouldn't be that bad. So I got the 2x12s that I bolted yesterday on top of another 2x12 so I can kind of roll this thing around. It needs to roll 90 degrees. This needs to face the backyard. But it's kind of stuck. It won't roll because I only have 1 pipe on each side. The back end of the 2x12 is in the mud. This thing's surprisingly heavy. So same on this side, the back end sitting in the dirt. I got to run to the foundry anyway. I'll pick up 3 or 4 more pipes and get some more pipes under there. It should roll real easy because it's wood on wood with pipes, but right now it's not. It's wood on dirt with no pipes.
Turns out my neighbor's trailer is not wide enough, so I went and got my son's trailer. It's a little bigger.
All right, ready?
Double 2x12s with pipe rollers between. That just made it super easy. I was able to scooch the trailer around just with a pry bar. And if you point the pipes in the direction you are perpendicular to the direction you want to go, this thing spun around real easy. And now we're pulling it up on the trailer.
So I got my little overhang brackets. I got the blocks off of the brackets. I got everything with a nice coat of silver paint or gray paint or whatever you want to call it. I think they came out pretty cool. I had this little piece of wire hanging around a foundry. I got lots of pieces of wire to foundry, but I brought this one home to upgrade my plug adapter, my 30 amp plug adapter. I had this 14 gauge Romex, which I knew wasn't right. It's never caused any trouble. It's never even gotten warm. But I wanted to upgrade, so I got this super heavy duty wire, and now I'm looking at it, and it's 14 too. It just got a whole bunch more insulation on it. So we'll go ahead and finish this, but eventually I'll be looking for some 12 or some 10 to match the cable coming out of the trailer house. I don't even know what that is either. But anyway, this will be better than the Romex, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up. probably not to code and not professional, but I've sealed up all the little holes front and back with silicone caulk because I found ants love to get in these boxes and make their little houses in here. So this should keep the ants out. We are ready to roll. We have it, I got it cabled down front to back, and the 2x12 or the 2x10 skids, I got those lag bolted to the trailer. I think this is probably almost as good. I got a strap across the top, but I can't really pull down harder on my bend sheet metal. So it's medium tight, but really the best thing is that it's bolted down and I got these cable come along. But I am gonna go the back way. I don't think I should go 70 miles an hour because the wind load on this thing is gonna be terrific. So we'll go 45 or 50, or we'll just see. We'll start out and see what happens, but we'll go the back way. And I'd love to be leaving right now, but I got a doctor's appointment in the middle of the morning, so it kind of screws up the day. But anyway, we'll be hitting the road before lunch. So we're here at the country, and I'm pulling the bathroom off with the tractor. I tried grabbing that angle and of course it bent. And then I was sliding it and all went well, but this 2x10 grabbed onto this spring and split this 4x4. So I have to be real careful from here on out. I don't want it to be crippled, but it should slide pretty smoothly now because it'll be on these double 2x10s. So let's see. I'm gonna try to film while I'm operating. So we're doing good. Doing really, really good. We're doing really, really good. All right, I think we're off of the trailer. I need to relocate the tractor now.
So this is Debbie filming me. I'm telling her I gotta spin the teeny house bathroom around, all the way around, because it needs to face the other way. If I would not have bolted the 2x10s on the bottom, this would have been a super struggle because it just wouldn't have spun. It wouldn't have had anything to grab onto. It would have wanted to dump over. So 2x10s made it doable. And what made it challenging is that there's still pine stumps in and around where I'm putting the house. These were left over from when this property was logged, and the rental teeny hoe and this little hoe, they would not pull these stumps out. The only way I could have got them out was to dig a huge hole, and I didn't want to do that right here where the house is, so I'm just having to work around the stumps. It makes it a little more challenging, but the bathroom spun around, got it where it, and I got it pushed back where I think it's going to be out of the way. It turned out to be really, really close, but it was out of the way. We didn't have to move it again to get the teeny house in place. It's hard to see here, but the blade of the machine is pushing on the 2x10s, and it just scoots along pretty as you please. Done. So the move, pretty uneventful, totally uneventful, except for coming out of my driveway and rubbing all these trees. And I think we hit a limb right around the corner. But other than that, the filming was a failure, but the move was super successful, no problems. Twice we stopped, I checked the tires and the hubs, and everything was just lovely, and we just had absolutely no problem. And I've been worrying myself semi-sick over this move for months, but turned out to be nothing.
Yeah, that's the only one over there. So we're having to do a little jockeying around, try to get it where we want it, but it's doing wonderful. Yeah, this is where David's truck is doing what my truck probably wouldn't do. I'd probably be spinning. He's got it in 4-wheel drive, and he's got higher ground clearance.
Took a few forward and backwards, but we got the teeny house where I wanted it. I got it kind of cattywampus because I wanted, when we're sitting on our screen porch, which you got to use your imagination, it's not here yet, wanted to look out to that grove of big trees and not down our drive. Now, it kind of seems like we're right on the edge of the road, but it's not really a road, it's just us. So if Debbie and I are here for the weekend, there's going to be no cars on that road.
Come down an inch.
Or maybe one of our kids. It's not a public road, so it's kind of hard to get that in your mind. But there'll be no traffic on that road. So our plan of action was to, and this is what we did. I used the 2 jacks and I jacked up the door side, the right side of the trailer, till it was level front to back. We just used a 6-foot spirit level. It didn't have to be too crazy, just wanted the doors to open and shut correctly. Then we dug out little pads for the concrete blocks that I poured and leveled them, and it took a couple of tries, and I'm like super grateful I thought of putting the ropes in because it made it so much easier. They're still heavy. Now we're back on the last of the 3 on the first side, and we move the dirt around, get that hard crust off the top, get the stone in there, get it level, and then block up. Originally I was planning on putting 3 8-inch blocks all the way around, but it was just going to be too high. So we have 2 blocks and whatever it takes to get it right. Really went better than I thought it was going to go.
What the hell? 1/2 inch.
It's pretty good. Yeah, look, it's just hitting right. See the smooth spot?
Uh-huh. Okay.
I'm getting less and less far under there every time. Okay. Close.
The front's got to come up a little bit, so all we got to do is shove it under a little more. Now this is way out.
Okay.
Do it this way.
Yeah, that did it.
Way out.
Huh? Which way? I gotta come up?
The front's got to come up, and that's got to come up.
So this gotta go down?
Yeah, we can't slide it that way anymore.
Okay. Get back out.
Now I messed everything up.
That was gradable.
Alright, no idea what I just did.
Poked around a little bit. Okay.
If we were going based on looks, I'd say it looks okay. Okay, that's pretty good.
Okay. Not bad.
Push it that way, son.
Oh, ow. Let's try that. That was all I needed. Oh. Got worse. No, it's not very far. That's
What's up with this level?
Mama's level.
The bubble. Look, and now it's in a different spot. What the hell?
I think it's good.
Not the level. The level's not good. We'll be able to get 2 blocks on this one.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And a what? This and this? Go the other way. Now there you go. Are we still high back there? I don't remember. You gotta fix that level though. We're not getting a good. We're gonna get that. Yeah.
You can come up in the back a little bit.
Come up?
Yeah.
Alright, well all I gotta do is push the whole thing forward a little bit. Yeah. Alright. Alright, the back could still come up quite a bit.
Quite a bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we could probably stick a 2x in there
Oh, really?
and get rid of the junk. Yeah, keep coming up. Alright, hold that for a second.
All right, yeah, 2x would fit.
Alright, that's dead level right there.
Okay, get it 2x and I'll jack it some more. Okay, coming down.
See what we can work with?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Okay. Let's call this side good.
Okay.
Pretty low. Okay, one side down, wasn't too bad. Got 3 blocks on this side. The other side, the bathroom's in the way. We're gonna have to get it moved back a little bit. I guess with the mini hoe, because we won't be able to get this block. Well, yeah, no, that 2x12's in the way. Okay, turn you off for a while. All right, this is the second side. We got it jacked up. It's not perfectly level, but it's up enough where we can start digging and setting blocks. We set the one in the back first. I think David's got that ready. Taking off the temporary closure, and we're gonna scoot the bathroom into position, try to get it lifted up. Okay, we're working on the bathroom. We had to scoot it sideways. It didn't want to go, so we put it on 2 more 2x12s, perpendicular to the ones that are bolted, and we've moving it, I don't know, 3 feet. Then we're gonna hook up the other come along so we can pick up from there to there, get some weight off.
We'll put a little tension over here. Okay.
So now we're realizing that the 2x10 skid that I lag bolted from the bottom of the 4x4s is conflicting with our stack of cinder blocks. So either we were going to take the blocks down. We, smart like we are, we did not bring a saw of any sort, so I couldn't just cut the 2x10 off. So we decided just to get it close and lift it high enough to get the impact wrench underneath, so we can just unbolt it and take it off like we were going to have to do anyway. It just came at a bad time.
Let me tighten the other one a little bit. I think it'll come over.
Okay, Hope.
Good?
Wonder if I can get the impact under there now. And get the little yellow impact.
Okay. Hey, you know it's broken over here, right?
Yeah, I broke it getting it off the trailer.
Okay.
There's 3 lag bolts going straight up.
There's some dirt on them.
Yeah. Need me to dig some more? I gotta show.
Oh, I need a freaking battery.
All right. You get one out?
Mm-hmm. Keep digging.
Watch that.
Jesus. You did not.
Right. Let's see if it'll pry out the way. Even those other 3 bolts are still in it.
Oh, on the other side. You gotta have something to pry against.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Is it kind of halfway lined up? Yeah, it's not too bad, huh?
Yeah. Well, we can get it all the way lined up and
I gotta go right in there. It'll jump over.
Huh?
It wants to jump over. It's got this in the bind.
oh,
Let me try backwards and see if you can get it straight.
okay.
Watch your fingers though.
I see.
There you go. And it goes between. No, it goes on the inside of sheet metal.
Oh.
But it's stuck on the wood. Yeah, just like that.
All right. Yeah.
All right, let's go get the other side.
Right.
You still get it all the way out. So I was able to get both bolts with nuts and get them tight on this side. And on the other side, I was able to get both bolts, but only one nut tight. But still, that's pretty good. The other one's in shear. It's through there, just can't get the nut tight. So super pretty pumped with that.
So the bathroom went back onto the teeny house without any major issues, and I have a whole separate video on that. It's called Redneck Slide Out, if you're interested. Most of my viewers have probably seen it before, so I didn't put a lot of footage on that. Now I'm putting the missing parts of the roof back on. These parts I have taken off to take the bathroom off and put it back on. And screwing them down and getting them straight, and we are now waterproof.
So I've replaced the 2 roof panels that I removed for trucking, or I removed it to remove the bathroom. I added a ridge cap, which was never on here before, and I put those 2 little pieces of rake trim. So bathroom roof is 100% waterproof, because it was waterproof even before the ridge cap. When it was at home, it didn't have a ridge cap. So good stuff. Now I need to go to the front where we hit a tree and see what I got to do to fix that. Well, it's not very pretty, but none of it's not torn. It shouldn't have any leaks. I think I'm just going to try to beat it straight for now, and I think I'll just leave it be. There's another gouge in the ridge. I think it was a tree down by the corner of my block, not in my driveway. I don't think I have any limbs heavy enough to have done this, but anyway, it's good. It's not going to leak. That's the main thing. Move on to something else. Okay, our little mechanical box is reset. The 3 bottom brackets with bolts in them, 1, 2, 3. And I added a little angle at the top because it was kind of shaky, but now it's not shaky. So I'm gonna put the doors back on. Hopefully I'll remember where they go, and drop in the floor. And I may be able to connect a couple of pieces of Nothing says amateur more than a bunch of mismatched screws. Oh well.
Put a plywood over the front windows. I was a little concerned about a rock doing some damage on the ride. Taking down the plywood, and I'm putting up 3 of my 4 braces for this little curved sunroof. And the 4th brace is apparently safe and sound at home on my workbench. Don't ask me why. So we're set, and you can see that the top few inches of the ground is rock hard. It's super dry. We hadn't had rain in a long time. But underneath that, the ground's probably still pretty wet. And because I have improved the drainage, or because I've added drainage, gradually that soil will dry and shrink, and the teeny house will move. But I think because I have the 8 big pads and the house doesn't weigh that much, I think if it does go down, it should go down fairly uniformly. If not, if I have a problem like the door doesn't work or whatever, it's easy enough to get under there and jack it and straighten it up and get it right again. But super stoked. I think we're in good shape. So I bought a little drone, and it's a lot of fun to play with, but trying to get a good video while flying the drone is not that easy. There's a lot of little things to do at the same time, and it's been challenging. But anyway, this is the best I got right here. When it does start raining this winter, I guess it's going to rain eventually, I'm going to have a slippery, sloppy, muddy mess because I have destroyed all the grass anywhere near the little house pad for the tiny home.